If you live in the UK and you're tired of paying high taxes, I can show you how to pay zero taxes legally. The UK has struggled a lot since Brexit, and one of the ways the government has tried to recover its losses is by punishing the people with even more taxes. Taxes has always been high in the UK, but the people are growing more and more tired of getting no return for their money. But I can show you how to escape the UK tax system for good by legally declaring yourself a UK non-tax resident by following the step-by-step guide I'm going to provide you in this video. Hi, my name is Shiraz Bahid, and I've helped more than 100 entrepreneurs relocate to Dubai and reduce their taxes legally. And if you want my help in doing the same, you can click the first link in the description below and book a one-on-one call with me at setuphero.com/call. Now let's look at what is needed in order for you to achieve the non-tax resident status in the UK. The good news is that the UK tax system is pretty straightforward. There are tests to establish who is a tax resident in UK and who is not. It's one of the simpler tax systems out there, which is a good news for people who are looking to move out of the UK. Now let's look at the automatic UK test. You will be considered a UK tax resident for the tax year if you spent 183 days or more in the UK. You will also be considered a UK resident if you have or have had a home in the UK for all or part of the year. This one is hard because lots of people who live overseas also have homes in the UK. But it's all about how long you stay in your home. If you spend at least 30 days in your UK home or fail to spend at least 30 days in your overseas home, you could be considered a UK tax resident. Lastly, if you work full-time in the UK for a majority period of a tax year with no significant breaks from work, you could be flagged as a UK tax resident. Now let's look at the sufficient ties test. Significant ties to your home country can keep you from escaping the tax system. Common ties or connections include family ties, having a spouse, partner, or minor children in the UK, accommodation ties that having accessible accommodation in the UK, and then work ties that is working in the UK for 40 days or more in a tax year. The 90 days ties means that spending more than 90 days in UK in either of the previous 2 tax years. And then the country tie, and this applies if you spend more days in the UK than any other single country during the tax year. Now, how the ties are applied can be complicated, and the number of ties required to be considered a UK resident depends on how many days you spend in the UK during the tax year. The fewer days that you spend in the UK, the fewer ties you need to be deemed as a UK non-tax resident. Now, to prove to the HMRC that you have left the UK and moved overseas, you need to establish your business and personal home base in another country, ideally in a low-tax jurisdiction such as Dubai. But rather than just booking a flight and coming to Dubai, you need to avoid anything that can make you seem like a UK tax resident. Most importantly, you need to cut all ties to the UK and the UK tax system. You need to sell your primary home or an apartment because this is seen as a primary tie to the UK. And if you cannot sell, at least convert it into an investment property and rent it out using a letting agent. Next, you need to establish deep connections to the new country that you are moving to. If that country is the UAE, then you are expected to relocate to Dubai with your family. Rent an apartment on lease, acquiring a long-term residence visa for you and your family, and establish and operate your business from UAE. And also have personal and corporate bank accounts set up here as well. Then on the UK side, you have to spend as little time in the UK as possible and definitely less than 90 days. On the other hand, you have to spend at least 90 days in Dubai to get your UAE tax residency certificate. You will also need to sign up for the healthcare system in Dubai and stop using the public healthcare system in the UK. By following these guidelines, you can effectively manage to achieve the UK non-tax residency status and eliminate yourself from being liable to pay taxes to the HMRC. However, it's really important to set this structure up correctly and not to make mistakes that can cost you 6 or 7 figures in tax bill from HMRC down the road. So you need to have tax experts on both sides in the UK and in the UAE. And if you want me and my team to help you sort out your business, your residency and banking in Dubai and help you deregister from the UK tax system and the HMRC, you can book a one-on-one call with me at setuphero.com/call. Well, that's all for today, and I will see you in the next video.